Welcome to the Leadership Conversation with me, Dr. Dennis V. Burke. Let's talk about what unites us as a people. We, as human beings, share more in common, but what unites us more than anything else, any of the values, all of the values aggregated, or any of the single values that we may identify and hold up as a beacon to our existence, the one value that unites us more than any other is the fact that we believe each of us are unique, that we are different. The fact that we think we are different, and we share this across all groups, all people, means we are united on that single value, and that is our differences. I've worked with people across many social and professional groups, and the concerns that dominate each group is quite the same, irrespective of educational level, social status, or professional pursuit. The concerns in each group are the same. People view others as risk to themselves. They are concerned about their freedom, personal freedom, liberty. They're concerned about personal security. They're concerned about financial health and wealth, and they're concerned about personal health. These four concerns exist in every group. They may present themselves in different ways, and they have different faces. They may be represented in different communities. They may be discussed in apartments. They may be discussed in the country club. They may be discussed in a ranch home. They may be discussed in a high rise. They may be discussed in a bank, in the school, in the church, at the fast food restaurant. Essentially, they are the same across all groups. When we think of security, one group's concern about security might be to have an apartment. Another group's security might be to have a home, a house in a country club. But at the core, that need for security is the same. And the way we can get at this concern is by identifying what people fear the most. What makes the people in each group anxious? What are their primary concerns? When you temporarily ignore the aspiration, the goals, the things they're chasing, and you look at the things that they fear, then you see the concerns are the same. Now, what you fear is one end of a continuum. And if you flip that concern to the next extreme that you may capture as a goal, then you identify, you recognize, you realize that people are united across social groups by the same desires. Now, how do we transcend? How do we get beyond our obsession with self and viewing others as a risk, as a competitive risk? And how do we get beyond this mindset that we're conditioned in our schools to accept, to believe, where we internalize the idea of a zero-sum game? That's the greatest challenge. Again, we're also united with that concern. How do we, across groups, across social groups, across professional status, across educational status, how do we unite around the common understanding that we share a humanity? that's one and the same. That's the big challenge. And we have to reflect, take time to reflect, to recognize and respect each other, to build relationships where none exist or it's just casual. It exists as a casual level. We need to build relationship. We need to take the time out to look at people as people, try our best to understand their paradigm, recognize their concerns, juxtapose that against the concerns that we have, the desires that we have, and instead of viewing people as a resource or a source, we view them as team members in the same boat, rowing in the same direction, in an environment where there is abundance, more than enough for all of us. Go forth, do good work. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Dennis V. Burke, and I look forward to sharing with you in another episode of the Leadership Conversation.